When you enter a museum and when you witness yourself the artifacts of it, you feel that they are forming part of your personality. Our collective consciousness is depending on a lot, and we do have a very rich civilization. Do we have a culture of museums, and can it help in developing our characters, developing the characters of the coming generations? Well, this is going to be the core of our dialogue with our dear guest, Dr. Nadia Shafei, our human development expert. Thank you very much for being with us, Dr. Nadia.
Thank you, Naliman.
Dr. Nadia, as I said, museums are a world in itself. And when you enter a museum, you feel that you are diving into another world. If you agree with me on that first, and if we do have this culture, the culture of museums.
Actually, the museum, when you enter a museum, it gives you the history. And when you have a history, you are more stronger than when you feel you don't have the history. For museum, it's one of the word which really help in building personality, because you feel very proud of your civilization, you feel very proud of the accomplishment of the ex-leaders, kings, and etc. It gives really a very diversified impact on building personality and feeling strength and proud.
Yeah. Well, also, when it comes to the new generations, one of the most important priorities, even of our political leadership, is to build the character, our identity, our sense of belonging, taking into consideration that the word Egypt means a lot and should mean a lot for everyone. How we can raise this kind of awareness among the Egyptian families, that when they take their children to the museums, this is a kind of a duty, not only a picnic or some entertainment issue.
Again, you're touching something, unfortunately, we are starting missing it very much. We missed giving our children the history. We missed keeping our family taking care of the most important, that to educate children what is their history and what are their accomplishment and etc. You touch the children, the new generation, and the family. So it is, I may add also, that we need another partner, which is the education. We would love to have in that circle the family and the schools from the very beginning, to help our children to have the eagerness to learn and to listen to the history. It became very rare. I found a family take their children and instead of Tanzania to go to a museum and read about it and etc. The impact of not having the proper homework of that unfortunately the new generation, you feel that they don't have the engagement of Egypt. Not like us, when you say Egypt, now we feel shivered when we say Egypt. We are so proud. When we go outside, we are so proud to say, I am Egyptian. But lacking the spirit of transferring, promoting the history of our country has really impact negative, that the new generation is not feeling what we feel.
Then I think you are having this kind of initiative or suggestion to have this kind of partnership between the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, to make sure that on regular basis there are one-day journeys, for example, for all schools to all our different museums scattered all over Egypt, to know more about our, by the way, old and modern history, because we are rich in both.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, we may take the flag of promoting the necessity of partnership between Ministry of Education and tourism and etc. It is essential, and how can they work out? Uh, I would love to see it like other countries, that the museum history, it is in their curriculum, because in the classroom they are being taught academically. And we know very much that in order to reach a certain standard of development, not education, I need to insert practical experience. And this will lead to innovation and thinking out of the box for the children, because I took them from the environment, of the classical environment, and then I put them in real life environment with a pre-planned curriculum for the visit of different museum. You will find that I'm giving environment of innovation, supporting children to think, and developing their skills, cognitive, problem solving, verbal reasoning, and etc. I would love to see such collaboration.
And there is also keenness of the state to renovate the current museums and to build more museums and to have them scattered all over Egypt. I mean, only last month we were celebrating the anniversary of inaugurating Sohag museum, for example. So to have museums in every single province, in every single governorate, I think this is a very big added value, if you agree with me on that.
Definitely. And this means that we start knocking the door on governorate, because we are lucky enough in every part of our Egypt we have an history. If the government is taking care and initiating a museum and really documenting the history, and then collaborating with the schools and educating, promoting, and giving learning method differently practiced to our children among all our 28 governorates, it will be having really an impact tremendously, not only for developing the skills of our children, but really developing the sense of engagement, the sense of belonging. Belonging. This is my country, and I'm proud of what my ancestors they have accomplished.
Yep, amen to that. But here, Dr. Nadia, I should focus on our role as media, whether media or social media, because social media now, of course, it's playing a massive role, and you would find very young children with their tablets or their mobile phones. So if we can reach them even via this, it's going to be another added value. True?
Yes, it is true, but it needs a lot of control, and it needs a lot of focused, because social media nowadays, it's a weapon of two kinds.
Amen to that. But what I wanted to say, or let me put my question in other words, that I want to make it a story. I want to make it enjoyable for them, because maybe some people, when they listen to the word museum, they feel that it's very solid thing, it's very strict, it's not enjoyable that much. But no, the case is totally different. We can turn it into stories, into what we call a tale, a hadouta, as we say it in Arabic. And this is going to attract children to this, as if it is a kind of even an award. If you do something good, then you are going to join me in a journey or in a one-day trip to the museum. How we can reach this point?
Technology is playing a role, because when you go to museum, you will find having different technology tools. And one of these is the storytelling. And you have a different mic, you have different language, and you have a story with a very nice way. This is a tools which really will keep a memory for the children to start thinking and having and increasing the interest to a repetitive visit to different museum. So technology in each museum will help us. And I totally agree with you. Social media is another tool, and we need really a revolution to make awareness that we are a country of history.
We are, and inshallah, we are going to continue to be the gift of God to humanity. This is Egypt.
Absolutely.
Yes, we were very much delighted and honored to have with us Dr. Nadia Shafei, our human development expert. Thank you very much for being with us,
Very
ma'am.
much. Thank you very much.
Well, stay tuned. We still have a lot to tell.